Welcome to the Sloppy Horror Podcast, or shall I say, the Sloppity Comedy Bobbity.
Sloppity Comedy Bobbities.
The fuck did I just say?
Sloppy Comedy Bobbities.
Look, today we're talking about something different today, folks. Something different, but fun. Look here. This man sitting across from me, okay? I'm going to introduce him first because he's like my brother, okay? Mr. Ozark Mark. Now, what he had said is he wanted to cover a particular movie. And he said, can we do this? You know why we're going to do it? Because we love him collectively. Fuck yes, we're going to do this movie. And by the way, my name's Christian Ramey, your horror movie companion. And I'm here to guide you through your old year into your new year. Let's wash away your old bullshit. What's going on with last year? Who gives a fuck? That was last year. Let's put it back there. Let's have a laugh. Let's have one of those. Because I tell you what's happening. After the fun, we're getting right into the fucking murder. But for now, let's put the old times behind us and let's laugh our way into the new year. Mr. Ozark Mark, why don't you tell them what movie we're covering this week?
Why do you seem so angry about this?
I'm excited.
You seem a little bit angry, but no, listen. Okay.
I'm excited that you had input.
Yes, well, I chose this movie because it's the end of the year. All right. Everybody's not working. Everybody's laying back, trying to relax, making their stupid New Year's resolutions that only about 2% of the population's going to follow. But it's okay. We're going to a new year, and we need to laugh a little bit. So I chose a movie that had both you and me crying.
Philadelphia.
Multiple times. It is A Haunted House. The horror comedy from one of the Wayans brothers, Marlon Wayne.
Look, the Wayans brothers, even with obviously Scary Movie, but all the way back to Gotcha Sucker, or is that what it's called? Got You Sucker. That was I think the oldest Wayans brother, but even the like Major Payne, all the way to the fucking, Scary Movies, these dudes have been making us laugh for decades and decades, and this movie doesn't fail. It holds up, and not to mention, they're spoofing horror movies, so it's within the realm of what we talk about, and I can't deny that I love this movie. When it first came out, this was still right at the edge where people quoted movies a lot. People don't do that as often as they used to, but remember before the internet, movies like Napoleon Dynamite or fucking Borat or things like these, or Anchorman, Step Brothers, movies like this, there would be catchphrases, Billy Madison, that you would just deal with for 10 years. People would just say shit, and I don't know. I just felt like this definitely fell in that scope. I laughed so fucking hard when I first saw this. This was back in the day. You remember when I used to do all the bootlegs, when I'd have the big book, and sell them bootlegs? I remember I had this early, and I laughed all the time.
Yeah, I chose this one because between you, everybody's familiar with the Scary movies, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, and they always spoof on horror movies the same way, and they're funny. But I'm telling you, this part has a lot of cheesy, corny, funny parts that you won't laugh at your second, third, or maybe even first time around. But there are some parts, at least half of the movie, that you will quote for, like you said, the next 10 years, and you will laugh at it every time.
I'm going to level with you, dog. This bitch don't look right. Yeah, this one gets me.
Yeah. So give a quick synopsis of it.
So, this is kind of a spoof of, Paranormal Activity, mainly. But what's going on is Marlon Wayans' character, we have Malcolm and we have Keisha. What's that actress's name? Essence Atkins? I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but it's the girl from How High. You remember her?
Yep.
But anyways, Malcolm has a home, and his girlfriend's about to move in with him, and it's getting serious. That part in the relationship where they're moving in together, and he's documenting everything, filming everything, but as soon as she moves in, shit starts getting weird. Finds out this girl has a demon attached to her, their house is possessed, and It's very funny, but it's very much like Paranormal Activity spoof. And the whole time, these two, I mean, even before the scary shit starts happening, it is so funny, man. Like, especially later on, like all the characters that end up coming through. What about the guy that comes through to help them install the cameras around their house to see if there's ghosts?
Oh, yeah, that's David Koshner.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know how you say his name, but yeah, he's funny.
He's a comedic legend, so he comes in. You know, I like how they made every white person in this like racist towards him a little bit.
He said, He came to help them. He has a camera install company. He comes to Malcolm's home, which it's a nice home, and he comes in and he says, all right, can I talk to the owner? He's like, you're talking to him. And he's like, wow. And his brother was like, yeah, right. He's like, oh, dude. Yeah. What else was funny, when he was showing him how all the cameras work, he took him into the backyard, and he was like, look, you might be back here having a little barbecue, cooking up little ribs. Maybe some hot wings, some cornbread. Say watermelon, but that'd be racist. He said, I think you had it with cornbread. But he dead ass looked at him and he says, let me say it. Malcolm said, are you talking about the N-word? Do you want me to let you say the N-word? He says, no. He says, come on, you can call me a cracker. And he says, if you say it, I'm going to punch you in your face. And he just looked at him all. Hello. Dude, that whole sequence was hysterical.
Yeah, so after we got that, what else happened? Who's the next character that comes in? I mean, they're obviously going
Cedric
through
the
stuff.
Entertainer's he's a priest.
Yeah, but he comes, and that's not before him. I think the psychic, Chip the psychic, who's Nick Swartzen.
Nick Swartzen, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he's like plays a gay psychic, of course, and first thing he walks in, he starts like checking out Ray Ray. Like,
oh yeah.
You know, he's like, oh, you know, I sensed you needed my help. I'm psychic. And he looks at Ray Ray when he walks in. He's like, oh, look at you. Do you play basketball?
Bro, what was funny as shit with me? What cracked me up? I don't know. One of the funniest things with him was he came back a second time and like he went into the living room and everybody was in there. He's like, hey, you guys. Nick Swartzen, bro, like. He's so much. And he said,
I like when the first time he's there and he leaves and he's trying to get Ray Ray to go to this wrestling.
It's not his name ain't Ray Ray. His name's Malcolm.
Oh, I'm sorry, Malcolm. Yeah, Ray Ray's the other guy, but yeah, he goes to Malcolm. He's like, look, it's 5 guys on every Thursday and wrestle. Like you should come by. you should come by. Change your life.
Yeah, he is so funny. The first time he came over too, he's like, yeah, I deal with friendly ghosts like Casper, like Patrick Swayze in the movie Ghost. He's working the clay and he's like spitting it and he's like working it. Oh my God, dude, he is so funny. Later on, he's just naked in the movie. The whole thing is just Nick Swartzen, always hilarious. It kind of reminded me of, what was that character? Terry, the guy on roller skates in Reno 911.
Reno 911, yeah.
I forget his character in that. What his name was.
It was Terry, I think.
Dude, he was hilarious in that, and I think he kind of shadowed a little of that in this character.
Yeah, but yeah, he did definitely.
That guy's a funny stand-up. Like, I actually enjoy his stand-up. I think that guy's funny.
He is funny. I mean, his movies are good, like Grandma's Boy. Remember that he's in it. Mm-hmm. He does a lot of funny things. Another, comedic legend. Like, comedians usually, like, stick together. So we got a lot of, guest stars in this coming in. You got Avion Crockett as Ray Ray, his ghetto cousin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that's probably one of a lot of the things that people quote from this is, Ray Ray comes in with a bunch of his his gang or whatever. He's acting hard, trying to, trying to find the ghost. And then Keisha, Malcolm's girl, goes, Ray Ray, shut up. You're going to make it mad. He goes, I don't give a fuck, Keisha.
What the fuck happened to your furniture, cuz? Dude, what cracked me up before, he was like, yeah, I was scoping in your neighbor's house, looking in your neighbor's window. She was looking like a sexy ass baked potato. I've never heard that before. That just fucked me up. Like the first time. So can you tell your guy to back up off me? He's like, hey, cuz, back up off her, but stay up on her, though. And he's all like...
And the dude's like cross-eyed looking in the camera.
Stay up on her. Yeah, dude. And the ghost fucks both of them. It fucks Keisha and Malcolm. Like, at first, like, he gets all insecure because they check the security footage and, like, you know, it just bangs his girl like this ghost does. And she's asleep, but, you know, she clearly enjoyed it. And he's like, oh, no. But then the ghost just bangs him the next night.
What about in the beginning when they first move in and Malcolm like's like, I'm about to show y'all a sex tape, and he starts banging the shit out of like a stuffed animal.
Oh my god, it's like tutorial. Like, his sex tutorial with stuffed animals. Yeah, that was very funny.
Like, how do you, like, I'm telling you, like, some of these scenes, I don't know how many times they had to film them, because there's no way any of these takes were done right like the first 20 times.
Yeah, that would throw me off, man. Cedric the Entertainer, when he came in, was very funny. Because he's the priest, and Malcolm needed help because his girl's possessed. The door opens up, and he's like, oh, thank you for coming, Father. He's like, hold up. Calm down with that father stuff. I got a lot of people out there trying to say just because, you know, they got the same color eyes or the same color hair that I'm their daddy.
Or the same rare genetic blood type don't mean it's mine.
Yeah.
He's like, well,
call me Doug.
I'm still in practice at the congregation. He's like, no, man.
The penitentiary.
You know, you shank a motherfucker, read the scripture. Shank a motherfucker, read the scripture.
And he got upstairs and he like looked at her and she looked all creepy. Just at first he turns back to Malcolm. He says, hey, I'm a level with you, dog. This bitch don't look right. He's like, that's my girl. We gotta go save her. He's like, there's lots of pussy in the world. But you don't need just one.
No, like, this whole jump cut scene, some of that has to be improv, because it's just jump cut after jump cut after jump cut of him just spieling for like a good solid 3 minutes about that shit.
Is that too? Cedric the Entertainer had a tramp stamp, and he's like, you want to see something? Check that out. Yeah. Everybody saw it. It's like, dang, dog, you so hard. I control the TV for like 3 weeks.
It's like a butterfly tramp stamp.
You so hard, dog.
Oh. Well, there's thing. He's like, man, you don't have to be with just her. Hey, come down to the congregation. He pulls out his phone. It's like a 70-year-old nun, like, showing her titties. He's like, yeah, she old, but, you know, she a freak. She got skills.
She's got skills. Yeah, man. Everybody delivered in this movie. That's kind of another thing. They know what they're doing. They made a funny fucking movie. And it shows that no matter how old it gets, slapstick still kind of works. That still kind of works. And I tell you what's a really funny thing, too, because, like, we grew up, like, in our prime with, like, the scary movies, the American Pies, those kind of movies. That's what was really honestly shit that, like, people couldn't do now. But for a while, I wasn't watching those kind of movies. Like, I was like, obviously, we kind of grew out of them. There was new comedies at some point. But going back and watching them, dude, they're still fucking hilarious. Like, I was watching the first Scary Movie when Cindy finally bangs the boyfriend and he, like, sprays her up to the ceiling, just like, whoa, when he busts the nut. Dude, I was crying in laughter. And this, I don't know, this flick still falls right in there for, like, so stupid it's funny, dude. It's
extremely stupid, but that's what makes it funny. Just, you know, people are supposed to be in it. They're making a serious situation so stupid and funny. Like when they're all down in the basement chasing her because she's possessed.
Yes.
They just start going through his workout equipment. It's like, this is shake weight? And then you see Nick Swartz and come up with a big black shake weight and a white shake weight. He's like shaking them at the same time. Go like, hey Malcolm, which one's the bigger one or something? I forget what he says.
Which one's you? Which one's me?
Yeah. Like, what if you were for real? Think about it. Like, what if you were really in a possessed situation where you're chasing around somebody, very scary situation, and one of you's just back there with 2 shake weights, like fucking around.
Oh, dude, yeah. They end up like beating the shit out of her too. That's what made it funny. Like, that's just how it would go. She's getting all crazy and reckless. We got to get the demons out of her.
And of course, they smoke with the ghost.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
They start doing funny shit with him. Just super ridiculous.
Ridiculous
But it's
stuff.
so funny. I guarantee you. I guarantee you.
Look, I know.
It'll make your day a little bit better.
Look, don't you lie to me. Don't you lie to me. It'll make your day a lot better. Not a little better, a lot better. When did this drop? Was this
2013.
Wow, Ozark, we're coming up on 10 years. This is a long time.
10 years. I'm trying to think of like all the movies and spoofs that they did with it. So like obviously Paranormal Activity is the main one. The Devil Inside, that came out around this time, so that was a big found footage movie. They spoof on that a lot with the connect cuts.
Yeah.
She's like connect. Like he's like connect. Oh, you on that old Busta Rhymes?
Yeah.
You on that Busta Bus?
Did that part.
Every time I see Busta Rhymes now, I hear it's like, oh, it's all Busta Bus.
So
But then he's like,
bust.
nah, it's more like Twista. It's more like diggy real fast.
It's that fast. Yeah. Cedric the Entertainer just nailed the assignment. And then when him and I forget the comedian guy from Anchorman, but that guy that has the camera company, when those two end up getting together later and they're doing the exorcism and they end up doing blow and just partying, it's just hysterical. It's hysterical.
They start doing blow. They're like, yeah, I'm about to exorcise some demons. Nick Swartzen's over there like, is this 1985?
Dude, but this is a classic horror comedy, and honestly, there are a lot of horror spoofs out there that I want to cover, from like Student Bodies, obviously, even movies like Idle Hands. Like that's kind of like, it's not a spoof, but it's like right there on the cut, because that movie makes me laugh a lot, and there's like funny moments in it, but it's still like creepy, you know? Maybe that'll bust its way in here. You picked the perfect season for this.
I told you. This is why I'm here and you're there.
Would you stay in a haunted house?
By myself or with people?
With people.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, it's a fair answer.
Yeah. Would you?
Yeah, with people.
Like, is there a cutoff to how haunted it is? Like, if it's just like, you know, noises and stuff like that. But what if there was poltergeist activity in there?
I'm saying it's like Ghost Ship, that little girl's popping up and shit. Hello, Mark.
No. No, thank you. Have you ever had any ghost experiences in your life?
Not aside from the one we were on acid. But, oh, well, yeah, I've had some creepy things, but I just kind of like, I have a really good ability to just be like, nope, I'm not fucking with that. But when we were younger, we would, like, I don't know, like some of my haunted house friends, we would do like more paranormal stuff or go investigate stuff. And there was just situations where you just felt uncomfortable. People all got the heebie-jeebies, just got weird. But aside from that, no. And aside from that time with you and I. But that was pretty creepy. Still, nonetheless.
Nonetheless.
I was scared. What about you, Ozark? You got creepy stuff?
I've had creepy stuff happen when I was a kid.
Your house is haunted.
Yeah.
Or your parents' house is haunted, I should say. Yeah, where you grew up.
It is. It's been times where I'd see like streaming like beams of light in my room real fast. And one time it went across the TV, and I haven't dusted my TV. So I got up the next morning and there was a diagonal line where that light went through.
Oh, that's weird.
So I was like, what the fuck was that? I've had all the pictures, like Polaroid pictures of when I was with a kid and stuff. There's like figures in that shit, like weird stuff. It's only in my pictures. There's there's a picture of me blowing out one of my birthday cakes, but the candles aren't lit, but they got the lines on all the candles going up in the sky.
Bro.
I don't know what that means.
You need to be
It's weird.
You need to be baptized in the Lord, son.
I think I was baptized by the Lord.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember, but I think I was.
Yeah, you was
I don't
little.
know. I don't fucking know.
Maybe you got superpowers
Well, I need to figure out what the hell they are.
with the devil.
No.
You're like Keisha in this movie. You know, you got a relationship with the demon. Or maybe
Didn't
it's
she
an
sell her
angel.
soul for like a pair of shoes or something?
Typical. Classic. Classic. What are you gonna do? Look, I don't know if I could deal with it. If they're like a chill ghost, I'm dealing with it in the sense of like, you know, all right, maybe every once in a while, the radio comes on or some shit. But if you're like that mom in the Sixth Sense that's in the kitchen, it's not gonna hurt me today. She's like, look, bitch, you gotta get out of here. I'm calling the Ghostbusters, and they're gonna remove your bitch ass from my home. All right, the Ghostbusters, a priest, and me and my friend Ozark. We're gonna get you out.
You're about to be exorcised the fuck out.
I didn't like that ghost, the one from Sixth Sense. I didn't like that mean lady. That one messed me up when I was younger.
She was really creepy.
But I don't know. Now that I'm older, I think I can, you know.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody's ever scared of an old lady.
It's true.
Like, you could knock her out pretty easily.
One solid kick to the torso.
Yeah, it might go through her.
R.I.P.
You know what I mean?
But what if you knew she was like a paranormal old lady?
Well, what are you going to do? I'd put on The Price is Right so she'd leave me alone.
Yeah. Did you ever see the original, or did you ever see Paranormal Activity?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
I was such a Blair Witch guy, like that. That's my favorite found footage, but I do think Paranormal Activity did a great job. Same kind of like similar concept for what it was, but
Yeah, the first one was good because that was the first of its kind.
Mm-hmm.
First in that situation. But of course they made 3, 4. I think they made like 7 of them now or something.
yes.
You know. But you know they're fake, but it's still, movies are fake too. So
They're spreading that peanut butter thin.
yeah, but they're still fun to watch. Like, I'll still check them out.
Yeah.
I think they're still fun.
You need one on Ring doorbells and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, things that people are familiar with looking at, and they'd be like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, no, there's someone out there.
Yeah, that's why I think Blair Witch didn't do well. It still did well, but I think like that's why some people didn't like it because they weren't used to looking at shaky footage all the time, things like that.
I think that's
But I
come
think-
back a little bit more now because
Yeah.
people are so used to watching people record stuff with their phone.
Yeah,
and
so I think if Paranormal Activity came out now, I think it would have done a lot better than what it did. Probably, I'm sure it did well, but I think it would do a lot better now if it was the first of its kind today.
Paranormal Activity crushed it, I think. I don't remember the numbers, but it was pretty good. We got to figure that out.
We got to figure that out so you know and we know together.
Yeah, because, you know.
How about in this movie, A Haunted House, though, when Ray gets, not Ray, God damn it, Malcolm.
193 million.
193 million?
Yep.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good. But when Malcolm comes home drunk,
Shit's in the floor. Yeah.
Dude, every time he eats it in the movie, that whole scene of him eating it, it's funny. First he like trips over the chair, like it looks like he legit does. I think he legit hurt himself. And then, he spreads her dad's ashes all over the place.
What a dick move.
And then he falls back through the coffee table, shatters that. Then,
Wipes his ass with the curtains.
and takes a shit on her father's ashes. Like, oh man.
Now that's rough.
That's pretty rough, but fucking hilarious.
Butt fucking. I heard what you put down. I put what you heard down.
Who doesn't like butt fucking?
That's my New Year's resolution.
To butt fuck?
To butt fuck less. Because
Oh.
I've been doing it so much. So much butt fucking. I need to calm down.
There's a lot of butt fucking.
I really enjoyed the scene where where Keisha's getting fucked up and dragged around by the ghost, but Malcolm is on his computer and he's like listening to music and he's just chilling, and she's behind him like getting fucked up, dragged around everything. I don't know why. That scene just really cracked me up.
There's a lot of little things in here that you might miss your first time around too. Like when he first finds out that his house is haunted, then he starts like running out, scared. And it goes out to him in like a off-brand like, U-Haul or whatever truck packing all his stuff. And on the back of it, it says "Move your shit."
I can't sell this home. Immediate possession? It's already possessed. Yeah, dude. It is little simple shit, too. Like, he walked in after his girl was in the bathroom, and he was, like, finding hair all in the shower. And he's like, what the fuck? And he's like, would you need a weed whacker? She's like, I shaved my legs, Malcolm. He said, this looks like Apollo Creed's chest hair. I fucking lost it.
I lost it when she says about the herpes.
Yeah.
And you go see him in a bathtub naked, like pouring like paint thinner and gasoline.
This is the real deal, Keisha.
That would hurt so bad. Oh, the pain.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a rough go.
That would probably kill herpes.
It would kill anything.
Yeah.
Might kill your dick.
Yeah, it might make it all like discolored looking and shit.
Yeah, you become a mutant.
Ew.
A mutant. Well, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do here?
Your dick ends up looking like one of those, like, little witch fingers from Halloween. Those cheap witch fingers that you can put over your finger. It's got the nail. It looks all weird.
Have you ever seen the commercial about crooked dicks medication?
No.
It's just got a bunch of crooked like carrots and shit, and guys just looking like, oh, just keeps showing like he's at the grocery store, he's picking up like a crooked cucumber and shit.
It's Captain Hook.
My goodness. Well,
that's intense.
Let's find out more things about this movie. What do you say?
Let's do it.
I'm a level with you, dog. This is the What Do You Know here. This is the segment here where we're here to tell you something that you may or may not know about this movie. Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. This is how it's going to go down. We're going to tell you things we know about this movie. Now, you may know what we know. You may not know what we know. But if you know what we know, you're going to have a we-go-gasm. And if you don't know what we know, you're about to find out what we know. And you're about to have a bigger we-know-gasm than the previous we-know-gasm from the people that know, that didn't know, but now they know before. So compare the two. There you go. Now, why don't you tell me something that you may or may not know about this movie? A Haunted House 2013.
Look,
going up your spleen.
There's 3 ladies in this movie.
3 of them.
Keisha, Jenny, and then Rosa.
The 3 Musketeers.
All of them have a sex scene in this movie. And I like that.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keisha gets banged. Oh yeah, Rosa gets banged when she has a little party of coke and all that stuff and getting bagged by the maintenance man. He's like blowing the leaf blower in her vagina.
That was me.
Who was the other girl?
Jenny, that was Keisha's friend, and she was banging Ray Ray and all his friends.
Oh yeah, and he just walks into a Mandingo party.
Yeah. I forgot him. What was that guy's name? Steve?
Yeah.
I think that guy was on Mad TV. That guy's hilarious.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, so all of them got a sex scene.
Well, that's good. You got to keep it sexy.
You do. Spice it up. So that's what I know. What do you know? You got a fact here.
That's for the horny people. Oh, I got another fact here. Okay, so you know Chip, the psychic, who was played by Nick Swartzen.
Very funny.
Very funny man. Very funny part. Very funny character. Now, he was nominated for a Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Supporting Actor.
He was just nominated? Yeah.
Yeah, he was just nominated. He didn't win, but I'll tell you what, I kind of want to win a Golden Raspberry.
Yeah, for worst anything. I would want that.
I would want to be the worst at something.
I like that.
That's hilarious.
I think this movie has like a 6% on Rotten Tomatoes, but sometimes they're little liars.
6% of bullshit.
Yeah, I bet you the audience score was way higher.
It has to be.
Way higher.
It has to be. You think Siskel and Ebert would approve of this movie?
No
Hell
way.
no. They don't know what they're talking about.
No way.
They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know how to look it through the vision that you're supposed to look through the vision. You know
Your
what I'm...
mother.
Yeah. You know, onions and stuff. So, do you know
like,
any other...
Do you like Funyuns?
Yeah.
I do too.
I love Funyuns. I used to eat a bag of them. They were only like $1.49. That would be my dinner when I was a kid. A big bag of Funyuns.
Oh yeah, they're great on sandwiches and burgers when you're grilling
Oh
out.
my God, that's a good idea.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever dipped them in...
Hold on now, I want to get to the bottom of that. If I ever dipped them in what? Because now I feel like I'm missing out on a culinary treat. We've lost him. He's gone. He's over the bridge.
Oh.
That was that. Now he's gone.
Yo, that was sending me. You ever dip them in cheese and stuff, like the nacho cheese?
Nah, but that sounds good.
Oh, like the Fritos cheese in the supermarket?
Mm-hmm.
Get some
I like
of those, the jalapeno cheddar. You, my friend, will have a good night. So
I like
go get
the
that
bean
snack.
dip. The bean dip's good.
You're a psychopath.
You don't like
You want to take the cheese dip over the bean dip to dip a chip in.
Funyuns. No,
Yeah.
well, I like bean dip.
What do you
tortilla.
have with bean dip?
Like usually tortillas.
So you just take a tortilla and dip it in bean dip?
Yeah.
That's what you do? You take a tortilla out of the package. What do you do? Rip a piece off?
Tortilla chip,
Oh.
not tortilla. Nah.
I thought you meant a tortilla, like a flour tortilla.
I'm just like rolling them up like salami rolls. Bro, that diet you would not make it long on this earth.
Oh my God.
Roll spaghetti in them, dog. It's good.
Oh, I have an idea for a TikTok for that. Just you rolling up bean dip in a tortillas.
And a tortilla.
We'll make it like it's a culinary treat. Like we'll even have you clips of going to the grocery store. But you know, whatever.
I'd eat it. I love
Who doesn't
refried
like
beans.
it? Who doesn't like the Guidos? It's like, you know, that. So, you know any more facts?
I don't know nothing.
Okay, that's good. We're gonna go now.
Okay, see you later. Ozark.
Yes.
There's fun stuff in this movie. I like when the friend group they start to bust out a Ouija board and try to call out this ghost, and then the ghost starts misspelling shit when it's answering, and then they make fun of the ghost for being illiterate. Gets mad and starts slamming stuff. Their guests are like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I like how they're trying to be swingers.
Oh yeah, their friends are straight swingers trying to bang all the time.
Yep.
He's like, dude, you talking about swapping girlfriends? He's like, no, I don't want to do that. Unless you want to do that. You know, sometimes you might get sick of driving your car. Maybe you want to test drive a new car. So, you drive somebody else's car. Steve, are you talking about switching girlfriends? No.
I would never either. No, I would never either. Like when they're going out the Ouija board, Keisha comes up like, "You guys have to stop." He's like, "We usually don't have to chase this hard."
I forgot about that. We usually don't have to chase this hard.
I think that'd be. Have you ever been in a situation where two people have tried to swing with you guys ever in your life?
Not in my current situation.
Have you had it happen to you before?
I mean, not like with. I don't know. It's like there's like a wide variety. Okay, have I like?
I'm not saying partake. I'm just saying, has anybody like tried to
like,
propose it to you like these people are in the movie? Have you ever been approached to do that?
Yes. Yes.
How did it make you feel?
Good. Well, people want to bang you. You feel good. But if somebody like green lights, like this is my wife, come bang my wife. And you're like, whoa.
Yeah, I
Whoa.
feel like it'd be very weird.
Whoa. Well, yeah, he can't be there. He can't be there.
Some dudes like to be there and watch it.
I know that, but I'm saying, like, he can't. But I'll bang his wife. I'll bang your wife.
Yeah.
You know, but I
Yeah.
can't. I want, you know, if that's what you guys are into, or
I
that was the
need
mindset
you,
back
you
then.
know, I need you to be at your club meeting or something.
You're just going to work and his hand's on your shoulder. Get the fuck off of me! I didn't know he was here. Yeah, he's hiding back there. He's fucking breathing on me, man. Yeah, that'd be weird. But there have been situations, you know, where it's the and you're just in there, you know, capital A clapping.
Capital A clapping?
Yeah.
I get you.
You know, so
I picked it up.
There's a few situations where I've, you know, been in the wild
Yep.
and seen some disgusting things, or
Have
maybe
you-
I've partaken.
Have you ever seen the pineapple in the shopping cart?
I've
in
heard
real
of
life?
that, but no, I never have.
I've never seen it either. I've seen pineapples in shopping carts, but none of them were upside down.
We should walk up to everyone with pineapple in their grocery shop, like even like a can of them, like, hey, you swinging, Grandpa? What? What do you mean?
What the hell are you talking about?
What the fuck? You got them pineapples in there, Grandpa. Trying to let me get a taste of your wife? The fuck out of my face.
My wife is dead.
Oh.
You don't say.
Out here solo dolo, swinging it up.
You're coming in a lot with these phrases lately. Toppy to your butt cheeks sloppy. A capital A clapping. Solo bolo or whatever the fuck you just said.
Solo dolo.
Solo dolo. Okay.
Yeah. All by myself. Over to me all by myself, yes sir. I ain't have nobody with me. Most people masturbate alone. I mean, there's the occasional time, but I think statistically, it's probably in the 90s. For being alone.
You got. I'm saying it's probably like 97%.
Yeah.
I'd say.
That's a funny factor. That's a funny one just to throw at people when they're not ready for it. You know, that's a good icebreaker at the party.
That's a good way to get somebody to get away from you. Somebody's trying to approach you in public, they start talking, you just let them say it, and then be like, did you know most people masturbate alone? I think statistically it's like 97.6% of a study. You know,
I don't know how I would take that if somebody was smiling.
Western Height University did a study, and this is their conclusion.
Did it all serious?
Yeah.
I would be like,
How would you react?
yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, that's cool, man. They think there's something wrong with you, and then you just go away.
Yeah, that's a good way. We're gonna have to say that to people. Next convention I go to, I'm just gonna like, hey man, most people masturbate alone, and then we'll see people's reaction.
Yeah.
We'll walk up to people and say it to people who look like they masturbate a lot.
It could be anybody.
Oh yeah, but
I've done it twice since we've been talking.
Oh, for sure. But at a convention, there's people you know. You're an 8 time a dayer. You know, that's a lot.
Yeah, you need to give it a rest, dog.
You've got problems.
Yeah.
You know, they got like a whole.
Too much of anything and makes you an addict.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They got furry suits.
You need to put the dick down, yo.
Put it out of your
Just
hand.
put it down. Put a lockbox on it or something.
Fuck a watermelon.
A watermelon?
I don't know if you could.
I think there's somebody that's fucked a watermelon.
Oh, I'm sure. There's a lot of weird people out there.
Oh, yeah.
Strange people. I mean, Malcolm was banging teddy bears in this movie.
Ducks and...
Pouring candle wax on him. Yeah, dude, that... I don't know how he recorded that scene without just dying laughing.
Dude, I don't know either. The whole basement scene. I don't know how they did that either.
I know.
Nick Swartzen walking around naked. After they beat her up down there, Malcolm and Father Doug are over there. It's like, yo, if I wasn't here, if you wasn't here, yo, I was never here, dog.
Yeah, fucking Nick Swartzen's like, I'll take the blame. You could blame it all on me. Yeah, that shit was hysterical. And then, like, when Keisha finally gets away and runs away, he was like, let her go, she's fat. I lost the dog. He's too much. They were like... Because he was... Gay people are hilarious, man. They, like, crack me up. He, like, nailed it. He's not really gay, but they just have this, like... Well, I'm sure there were times in gay people's life where they weren't accepted, so they have this humor, this black humor, a lot of them, where they'll just go there. If everybody has a gay friend that they know what I'm talking about, where they just, like, they don't have that filter because they can kind of say whatever. And when fucking he was down there and they were beating the shit out of Keisha, he's like, take that, bitch! Bro. Sometimes when gay dudes say bitch, they say it with so much they say it, I don't know why. Take that, bitch! Let her go, she's fat! Fucking roasting her, dude. Like, savage level. Oh, man. Yeah, he was crushing it, man, the whole movie.
And he does some stereotypes too. It's when he does the powder on the floor, and there's footprints, and they look like alien footprints going into the bathroom or whatever room. And Malcolm's got the bat. First he says, "Go give me the bat." He's like, "It's a ghost, Malcolm." It's like, "Just give me the bat, bitch." So good, and he's trying to hype himself up, like, "Why are we doing this? This is white people shit. White people do this. Black people. Why do you think in the movies like, don't go in there, he in there? Why are we not listening to this?
We don't investigate."
No, we don't investigate. We run.
And you just go in there and end up beating up the fucking housekeeper.
And she gets beat up then, and then she also gets shot.
Yeah.
Like 3 times. I'm Father Doug.
I'm Father Doug.
How are you? Oh, I didn't expect her to talk.
That whole discourse, dude. I don't know how I couldn't be looking. Like, I would be filming and I could not look and...
No, I would have to be blind and not have my headphones on. I would just have to tell me where to point it.
I can make people laugh, but I can't, like, endure not laughing. Like, I can't hold it. I could probably cry better in a movie than I could. Like, I could probably really act and cry before just letting somebody, like, kill it. And I gotta sit there with a stonewall face. No way, bro. I'm laughing my ass off.
You have to zone out, I imagine.
That's that old bust to bust. When he sprayed the fucking breath spray in her mouth when she went... Ugh.
Breath is kicking. Imagine what the kitty smelled like.
She said, I tasted that. Make my breath stink.
Oh, Jesus.
That's good
stuff. He made it. Cedric the Entertainer definitely helped make that movie, for sure. I think he's my favorite character of it.
He's underrated.
Very underrated.
Underrated comedian.
For sure. Well, let's go through the portal and rate this movie.
Sloppy horror rating, baby, yeah!
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It is 1, 2, 3 in the place to be. It is the Sloppy Horror Podcast rating with your scary movie companion, Christian Ramey himself. Now, this is a horror comedy, Christian Ramey, so we can't do our usual horror movie rating. We have a horror comedy rating. So what we do is we switch out one of the categories for something different to give it a little bit of better score, because it is a horror comedy, not a horror movie. Really. So we got to change the system here a little bit.
We got to configure it.
So pay attention to one of the categories will change, so pay attention to that while we're doing this. Now, we're going to do this in a series of 3 categories. 3 categories worth 3 points. Last category is worth 1 point for a total of
10 points altogether?
That is very correct. So, let's get into the first category here on the Sloppy Horror Podcast, horror rating, and that is casting.
If we're talking about a comedy here, I feel like for casting, it's like a 2.5. Almost a 3. What are you thinking?
I think it's a 3. Tell me any character that did not fit.
I mean, that's true. It's true.
There's a lot of famous people in this as well. A lot of famous actors, a lot of famous comedians. You recognize almost everybody.
Good.
All the
Let's go
main
3.
characters.
That's why I said I didn't want to come too high and you'd be like, oh, no, about 3.
Well, I think it's a 3. I think everybody works. Everybody's funny. He picked the right comedians. Like, I don't think anybody else could play Chip the Psychic besides Nick Swartzen. I don't think anybody would be better to play Father Doug than Cedric the Entertainer.
The camera guy.
I don't think David, that guy, he should have been the ghost guy. Fit perfect. Ray, Avion Crockett killed it. That's, I imagine, who Ray, he fits, so.
Yeah, and I don't know that guy played Steve, but that guy's funny as shit, too.
Mm-hmm. So, that's 3 out of 10 so far here on the Sloppy Horror Comedy Podcast rating. Let's get into the second category here on the Sloppy Horror Comedy Podcast rating, and that is laughs.
I laugh a lot. Laugh throughout this whole movie. Gonna have to go 3. It's very funny. It's very funny. Makes me laugh the whole time. Now, horror comedy, it either is like funny or scary. And unfortunately, it's not too scary, but it's very fucking funny. So, for what it lacks in scary, it definitely makes up for in funny.
Yes.
So,
and it's horror themed, so you got to have that next category in it. So that is 6 out of 10 so far here on the Sloppy Horror Comedy Podcast rating. Let's get into the third, final, and 3-point category here on the Sloppy Horror Comedy Podcast rating. And that is fear.
I mean, it's not scary at all. It's
No,
got to be a 0.
It's a 0.
Yeah, it's got to be a 0.
It's a 0. It's very much horror themed. That's why we can pick it. But,
Not scary.
not scary at all. It's a comedy. So that is 6 out of 10. Let's get into the final 1-point category here on the Sloppy Horror Potty.
Sloppy horror podcast.
It's a lot. It's so hard to say that consistently. It's a lot of stuff to say. Fuck you.
Podcast.
That is rewatchability.
Yeah, very rewatchable.
Extremely rewatchable. So that is a total of 7 out of 10 for the comedy A Haunted House 2013. Pretty good score.
Yay.
Pretty good score for it.
Yeah, for a horror comedy, this is definitely 7 out of 10.
Yes.
That's exactly what this is.
It makes extreme amount of sense to me.
I love it.
Who doesn't?
Chicken McNuggets.
Chicken McNuggets.
Who has the best chicken nuggets?
Why does that always come up anytime you hear chicken nuggets?
I'm just asking.
I get this. Wendy's.
That's a great answer.
Wendy's chicken nuggets out of fast food chicken nuggets are the best chicken nuggets.
That's not a bad answer. I would say those are McDonald's.
You're going to say McDonald's because you eat at McDonald's more than Chad Johnson does.
Yeah, I used to, not as much. I'm off the burgers now.
Look, hey, I love McDoodles too, but it has to be a good McDoodles.
Yeah, it's got to be right time.
It's got to be a good McDoodles. If you go during a bad time, it's bad. Like I got Taco Bell last night at like 9:30. One of my tacos was completely out of the bag and all over the bag. I couldn't even eat it.
Somebody put their dick in there.
I hope not. I don't feel like eating dicks,
Dick taco.
I'm just trying to eat a taco.
Who put their dick in my taco? Man. I don't mean to be a bother.
We should start a company and just make like prosthetic tacos with dicks in them. So people can mail them to each other. Like, you know how they mail like chocolate dicks and stuff? Like,
Yeah.
you'd mail your friend a taco with a dick in it,
Yes.
you know, for a small payment of like whatever, how much the taco cost. I don't know.
It's good stuff.
Great stuff.
I love it, Mozart Mark. We got to do some more horror comedies in the future.
It's always good to bust them out. There's a time and a place for them here on this podcast, and right now, at the end of the year, it's time to do it.
Let's leave all the bullshit behind. And you know what else we're going to leave behind? Bullshit podcast watered down with advertisements.
Ooh, I liked what you did there.
You know what happens?
Was that off the top of your head?
It was.
That was pretty good.
What happens is too many people listen to shows that are all watered down. You don't have that here, do you, boys and girls? We're talking about fun times with movies. But what we do have to keep the lights on here is a Patreon. In our Patreon, we do more work. We're not selling pictures of our butthole, but we are giving you bonus episodes that you can hear. Bunch of bonus episodes on there. Lots of content. Cheap as a cup of coffee a month. Check it out. Help us keep the lights on. Help us keep us advertisement free. And, we thank you so much. And let's leave all the bullshit in 2022. Let's go into 2023.
So we can have
with
more.
murder.
So we can have new bullshit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
New year, new me. That's the new vibe I'm sending me.
I haven't seen a lot of that. People saying new year, new me yet. You think that's going to happen?
Yeah,
Things
you know
gonna
there
be
will
everywhere. It just gets worse and worse.
It does. It does. It's okay, Ozark Mark.
Do you have a New Year's resolution?
Yeah, less butt stuff. You know.
Oh,
I
that's
gotta
right.
calm
We
down.
discussed that earlier.
It's becoming a problem.
Yeah.
But I'll calm down on that and get rid of a lot of the stuff. Leave that behind. What about you? What are you leaving behind?
I'm sorry. It's just weird. It's like I have the headphones on, right? Okay. So I can hear what's coming through your mic very specifically. Dude. And you just randomly went, right in the middle of it. It was so loud. Fucked me up.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
What are you leaving in 2022?
But it was like not even like you really meant it. Like it was a serious one. Not like me trying to fabricate it. It's like really came out. It's like a deep thought you were having. Fucked me up. Dude, I don't know yet, man. I really don't know. So can't really answer that right now. But it'll come back to me.
Ozark's leaving the steroids in 2022.
I ain't taking those steroids. I like my penis size the way it is. It's the ideal size.
Yeah,
Of
course.
I ask a lot of broads, I was like, what's the ideal size? They say my size. I don't say my size first.
That's good.
Because every man's measured and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You
Oh,
know-
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you know what your measurement is? You don't have to tell me. I don't care about knowing. But do you know what your measurement is?
Oh, yeah.
Just in case anybody asks you that question, you got to know what it is.
Oh, yeah. Just in case somebody wants you to join the team, you got to give people your stats. You got to,
Exactly.
you got to
Yeah,
let them know.
you got to submit your resume.
Hey,
That's on there.
this is what's going on here. This is what's going on here.
Yeah.
All right? This is my height and weight.
Have you ever tried to weigh it?
Here's my girth certificate. Oh, man. I was wondering, is this the number I should fax my girth certificate to?
Girth certificate.
That'll get you a couple pickup lines on a dating site. Excuse me, were you the one inquiring for the girth certificate? As a matter of fact, I was.
That is brilliant. That is brilliant. I love it. I love it so much.
Excuse me, officer, would you like to see my girth certificate?
All right, now you're just getting ridiculous with it. You should have let it be. Now you're overkilling it.
I'll pull it out.
Don't.
I won't.
Hey, what's up, Toots? You want to see my girth certificate?
If you ever said that, someone I would die. I'm like,
Oh.
hey, Toots.
Don't test me. I'll do it. If you give me the right amount of rum in my body, I will do it. You know me. I don't give a fuck.
Yar.
I don't give a fuck, Keisha. So that's it. That's a haunted house. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope this has been a fun episode for you. You know, switch things up. It's the end of the year. Just relax and know, hey,
Scary shit's coming.
scary shit's coming. A new year, new you, whatever the hell people say. But, you know, I hope you do better next year than you did this year.
Same.
I hope that for a lot of people. It's always good to see improvement, whether if it's a little, it's a lot. All right? So, have a good new year. And we will see you next year if you're currently listening to this, because I think this comes out like January 1st or something.
Yeah, you got a couple more days. Don't die. So it can at least.
Yeah, so
say
we're talking to you in the
2023.
future, which is really weird to do. But
What are you gonna do?
what are you going to do? That's it. We're out of here.
See you.